Hello. Today we're going to cover episode 6. Let's see. So Ashley has met Dr. Reese. Not very impressed with him. And let's see what happens from here. She brought her thinking to a grinding halt. All right, Ashley, she addressed herself mentally. It's been fun, but it's over. Let's get out of here. But first, you must get out of these damn restraints. She shot Dr. Reese a sweet smile, looking at him from under her thick lashes, and mastered a still sweeter voice. Can you please remove the restraints, Dr. Reese? It is really hurting me, and I can assure you I am not a danger to anyone. Oh, yuck, but a little flirting wouldn't harm her situation. Of course, you were only restrained to keep you from bringing harm to yourself. He removed the restraints eagerly, and Ashley slowly sat up, brushing a long strand of red hair out of her face. Her experienced fingers quickly knot her hair into as neat as possible ponytail at the back of her head without using a hair clip. She then inspected the most important thing of all. What was she wearing under that sheet? She sighed in relief. She was wearing one of those hospitable blouse and pants sets. Oh, goody, an orange one, just her color. She gave a sarcastic little smirk, and the doctor looked at her questioningly. She didn't even bother to explain herself, but carefully stood up. Good news! Her legs had regained their strength. She cast an interested look around her while massaging her wrist to stimulate the blood flow to her tingling fingertips. Maybe with a normalized blood flow do miracles for her memory as well. It was a small room, and the only furniture consists out of a hospital bed, a deck, and a chair. The bare white walls overpowered the room. She noticed the absence of windows a little worried. Were they perhaps under the ground? What other explanation could there be for a windowless room, especially a hospital room? She tried again. Doctor, where am I? He smiled broadly. Sorry, didn't I tell you? We are at the Cunningham private clinic. The clinic is situated on the grounds just inside the town borders. It's Mount Grace's only private medical facility. You know the place, of course. Ashley's face brightened immediately. Okay, the name was familiar. Her uncle was the administrator of the clinic. The only question now was the doctor telling the truth? Only time will tell. Talking about time, she idly wondered what day it was and what the time was. He broke into her thoughts. You will be moved to more comfortable surroundings as your recovery period proceeds. At the moment, it will be best for you, of course, to keep you isolated from other patients. We don't want them upsetting you now, do we? Ashley didn't even bother to answer the rhetorical question because she got the message loud and clear. She was going to be locked up until further notice. Abrupt anger flooded her brain. That was enough. She was going to put a stop to it right there and then. Dr. Reese, I want to see my file. I want to see the evidence that I really had a breakdown, because I have no recollection of it. One more thing. I want to speak to my uncle, now, the hospital director, remember? And I want to speak to my sister. That, of course, if you don't mind. Ashley felt very agitated at that moment. All she wanted was to get out of there, damn it. Of course, my dear, all in good time. But right now, we must find you something to eat. You'll need your strength to get you through the next few days. The first week is always the most difficult part of any recovery. The anger has left her body, and she felt control returned. Take it easy, Ashley, she warned herself silently. Don't lose your cool now. She mentally shook herself right and smiled at him. Smile, Ashley, even if it kills you. Whatever you say, doctor, you are the physician and you know best. He smiled relieved at her sudden submission and rubbed his hands. All right then, I will order food to be brought to you because I, unfortunately, will have to lock you in this room. You do understand that it's for your own safety, don't you? Still smiling, she nodded her head. Bide your time, Ashley. Bide your time. In the first place, he didn't really know her to her advantage, and secondly, she was not going to depend her life on him. He looked deep into her eyes, as if to see something. She looked back into his eyes and travelled smoothly, straight into his mind without thinking. Suddenly she was prisoner in a mind rotten with sadism and ruthlessness. It attacked her like alien monsters with rows and rows of sharp teeth. The impact was so shocking that she passed out. Episode 6. Wonder what's going to happen in episode 7.